And a very warm welcome if you just joined me on my channel, Nigel's View on Things. How you doing? How you keeping? Hope everybody's safe and sound where you are. Anybody that knows me knows that I walk about with a camera or a recording device of some type of description, and all the pictures you're seeing are from a Nikon D7000 series camera, and that's my dog. Lovely little girl she is. And yeah, it's not to everybody's taste, but as I was flicking through some photos, I come across some quite interesting photos. I take photos of almost everything and anything, and yep, that is absolutely normal. Green lens flare, white moon. Does that actually look like a lens flare of the moon? So when was this picture actually taken? Let's have a quick look and flick down, and the picture was actually taken 24th of the 7th 2013, and there's all the details of the camera just there for you to read. Okay, so let's have a very close look at this. And it's like watching paint dry, and the first thing I noticed, we've got a red object underneath there, and our sun. Well, it's not our sun, it's our moon, and it looks like it's got a lens round it, but hey, yeah. Next, any rate, I take a diverse range of pictures, and I do take pictures of the sky. And as you can see, it's not to everybody's taste, and there's my little granddaughter Lily. So how did I come across making this video? Well, I started looking for some pictures the other day, and I come across my Sky folder, and you can see this is one of the pictures out of my Sky folder, and here is another picture out of my Sky folder. I'm quite happy with the picture that I've taken. Well, everything seems like it's in focus, and we can zoom right in, and we can see that there are millions upon millions upon millions of galaxies, stars, whatever there might be in the sky, and there must be something there because I'm taking a photograph and this is what I'm getting back. So I decided to put this into GIMP, and it's just like PaintShop Pro, auto equalize like I always do, and then we go color, brightness and contrast. And this is exactly what we see. Something amazing starts to happen, and there you go. For me, this says it all. Every dot that you see there is a planet, a solar system, a galaxy. Yeah, it looks really, really clouded up there. Anyway, getting back to the pictures, I took a picture of the moon, as you can see here, and let's just zoom in and have a look. It looks quite in focus, and I'm quite impressed with the way it's turned out. In fact, I'm very impressed with the way it's turned out. And let's have a look at the details on it. There you go. 11th of the 4th 2014, and for everybody else that is the 4th of November, and there's all the details of my camera, D7000 blah blah blah, so you can read it. But what I did notice when I was looking at this is just up here on top of the moon, I don't know how noticeable it's going to come out on the video, there looks like there's a big object there, and there looks like there's two great big round black balls there, and it looks like, not really too sure what that is, but yeah, you can see it nice and clearly there. So what I've done, I stuck this into GIMP, cleaned the picture up, I've pre-done it so it's a little bit quicker. Let's zoom in. Before we even start, we can see that there's something a little bit wrong here, and we've got objects. Yeah, well, it's for you to decide. If I take a picture of a car, I expect to see a car. If I take a picture of the moon, I expect to see a moon. And we're getting a moon with objects on it, and that shouldn't be there. And as you can see, we've got black objects here, 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 and we've got another object here. You make your own mind up. These things should not be on camera, and they are, and this is my own personal picture. If you want to see some stranger things, let's continue with the video. So this is where the strangeness continues, or actually, should I say, the strangeness starts. And here's the picture. Let's have a look at the details of the picture. And you can see this is from the 28th of October, and yet again, it's from my camera, the D7000. And you can tell this is a time-lapse picture. It's about 8 seconds, and we got the plane in. You can see the marker lights quite clearly there. And I've got my friend Darren there. Hello Daz, how you doing? And we're looking in the sky here, everything looks in focus, but if we zoom in, we get to see something a little bit stranger. And this is the first one I want to point out to you, just there. We're looking at light and it looks like it's got a hook. Okay, you ask yourself, let's go across the picture. This is definitely like watching paint dry. Let's zoom out a little bit. And you can see the first one there, and that's the one that's got the hook on it. And then we've got another one here. That's another one that's got a hook on it. And you can clearly see we've got something, yet again, that looks exactly the same as the last one. And if we go up here, yet again, we've got 3 of them in total. That should not be on camera, that's what I'm telling you. And in total, there's 3. What are we looking at? Have I found these objects before? I do believe so. And this looks very ominous just here. But, hey. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. What you've got to remember is when I take a picture of the sky, I expect to see the sky, maybe see a meteorite, comet or whatever it might be, maybe even a planet. But we get to see objects that we shouldn't see. And let's have a look at the details of this picture very, very quickly. And as you can see there, 28th of October 2014. And yet again, Nikon D7000. And we're using an 8-second exposure. So if we zoom into this picture, we can see straight away that we've got one of these objects here, and we've got one of these lights with objects moving through it. Yeah, okay. They all seem to be the same. They've got a blue around the outside, a grey around the outside, or a silver, and you know, you make your own minds up. The stars look in focus. I think it's a very, very good picture. But here's something that shouldn't be there, and in many, many pictures, I've got them. What are these objects? This is what you've got to ask yourself. Let's have a look at something else. And here's another picture. Let's have a look at the details straight away. And as you can see, it's from the 28th yet again of 2014, and that'll be October. And Nikon D7000, 8 seconds. Let's zoom in. First thing we can notice that the objects in the background are not moving, so that means that the picture's in focus, but we've got some object just here, as you can see, that is moving. What are these objects we're looking at? Are these part of the sun simulation, or are they craft in the sky? You've got to ask yourself, because they look all the same. You've got the blue around the outside, and on the inside we've got this silvering, and on the inside of that we've got a white bulb. And yeah, that's normal in anybody's book, innit? And let me show you another picture straight away. Let's have a look at the properties. 17th of March 2014, 2:03 is the time. Yet again, Nikon D7000, 8-second exposure. Let's zoom into the picture and have a look. And you can see straight away that the stars in the background are looking a little bit fuzzy. And then if I move the picture over this way, we get this object just here. What are we looking at? What are these objects? Are these part of a holographic technology? Are these alien craft? I mean, if I had an alien craft and I'm cloaking the whole craft, would I actually be able to cloak the engines? Not really too sure. But this to me looks like a light. Yet again, blue around the outside. We've got the silvering in the inside. And then we've got this white light. Yeah, things that we shouldn't see on camera. And you can see that there's an outline of another one there. So what I've done, I stuck this picture into GIMP and adjusted it with a filter, and as you can see, it brings this object out. It's the only object there. There are other objects obviously, as we can see, but this one actually stands out. And for me, this actually proves that this is unnatural. And if you look very carefully, there seems to be another one there. I'm just saying. And then we've got another one here. Yeah, things that we shouldn't see on camera, and they seem to be absolutely everywhere. And as you can see, this one's a minute later, 2:04, and you can see that there's an object here, and there's an object there. Let's zoom in a little bit. What are we looking at here? What are these objects? Are they, well, I'm not rightly too sure what we're looking at, but I know for a fact these are totally unnatural objects. And yeah, big lights in the sky, holographic technology, ships, who knows? Yet again with the filter on, and they stand out just that little bit more. There's one there, there's one there, and there's one just up there, and they all seem to look the same. 17th of the 3rd, 2014, 9 minutes past 2. Yet again, D7000, we're using exposure time of 8 seconds, and let's have a look at this picture. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 objects here. Let's zoom in. Let's go to these bottom ones first. And you can see there's an object, and there's an object just there. And these appear to be moving. You've got one there, and you've got another one there. Let's go further up. And we've got another one there, and we've got another one there, and that one seems to be facing in the opposite direction. These stars are maybe not in focus properly, just a little bit over focused, and you can see that because they look like a donut. They've got little holes in the middle, as you can see there. But yeah, we got these objects here. Project Bluebeam, holographic technology, part of the simulation program, whatever you like. But I'm telling you now, these should not even exist. There's another one there, there's one there. Is this that object there where it's actually moving? And then here's another one just here, and there seems to be another one just down there. What I've done, I stuck this into GIMP, and the filter I'm using is called Curves, and I've pre-programmed what I want to use, and it seems to bring out unnatural lights. And if we look at the picture, we can see the stars in the background seem to be normal, but anything that's unnatural light seems to light up, as you can see just here. And we zoom in just that little bit, and there seems to be quite a few of them in the sky. That's all I've got to say. What are they? You've got one there, you've got another one there, another one there. There seems to be quite a lot of them in the sky. We got normal stars in the background, and all these other objects seem to be unnatural light. And this one's pointing in the opposite direction. What are they? Are these craft? Are these stars? Are these lights in the sky? Is this holographic technology? This is what you've got to ask yourself. They all look exactly the same object. Around the outside we have the blue, but in this case, because it's under a filter, it makes it a different thing. On the inside we've got this silver, and in the inside of that we've got a light. 14th of November 2014, 7:21 is the time. Yet again, Nikon D7000, 6 seconds, and this is a series of 2 pictures. Let's zoom in and have a quick look at this. Yet again, something that we shouldn't be seeing. We got this object here. If we go to the next picture, we can see that things change, and let's have a look. Now this object has transformed itself into something totally different, and here are the properties of the picture. 7:21, 14th of the 11th, yet again 14th of November. Yeah, you make your own minds up. What are we looking at just there? That's what you've got to ask yourself. 28th of October 2014, time 3:13, yet again Nikon D7000. We're using an 8-second exposure, and let's zoom into this one. This one I think is about one of the best pictures of what I've caught. You can see that the stars are all in focus there, and then we have this object just here. And I'm looking at this object thinking, is this a street light in the universe? It just looks like a massive big light in the sky. Blue around the outside, yet again silver on the inside. We've got this grey sort of like rim, and we got this light in the middle. It's either Project Bluebeam, it's holographic technology, it's sun simulator technology, it's alien, or it's street lights in the universe. It's for you to decide. I'm just showing you what shouldn't be on camera. Before we go, I've just got to show you this last picture. 1st of November 2014, 5:07, and yeah, there's all the details down there. Exposure time is 30 seconds on this one. And as you can see, all the stars are in focus and everything else seems to be moving. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 objects there. If we use another filter, we can actually see something else happens, and we've got this object that seems to be flying all over the screen, and there seems to be another one over there. But of course, all I've got to say is that's normal, isn't it? There's no life in outer space. Everything's happy, everything's right, everything is wrong. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I've taken these photographs myself. How many photographs have you taken that have got objects in the sky that you've never actually realised? Things are not right, things are definitely wrong on every single level, and we've been lied to over and over again. This is what you've got to understand. There is a major event that's going to happen. Unless you live in the middle of a field in a box, you would not know. But everybody that is paying attention to the skies and everything else knows there's something coming. That's all I've got for you now. Much love, much peace, and I'll catch you next time.